Welcome. Very good morning. And today we're going to look at how we utilize Tinkercad for simulating PIR sensor using Arduino. So let me PIR, of course, PIR stands for passive infrared. That means if any motion is detected, it will actually sense and give us a signal saying that something is detected. Suppose, for example, you are entering a room. The soon you enter a room, a signal has to come to you saying that somebody has entered. So let me share the screen to all of you. Yeah. So I have opened this Google. In Google, I typed Tinkercad. The first website what you see is that we are going to enter into it. That is tinkercad.com. It's a free web app for 3D design, electronics and coding. Okay, I click on it. As I have already created an account, let me stop my video here. As I've already created my account, the name is displaying here. You can see that my name, Dr. CV Nageshwar, or if I go to my personal profile here, is already there. Now we are going to build a circuit here. So I create new and then I click on circuit. So another window opens for us, which is a circuit window. And I search for here. You can see there is a search here, component search. I type Arduino Uno R3 and I click on here and then keep it in my window. So number one, Arduino has been kept. So by default, it is actually Arduino Uno. So next what do we require in this is an LED. Yeah. Why LED? That means, if you actually happen to see when somebody actually crosses through or passes through the PIR sensor, we need a signal. So we are trying to keep a LED saying that please glow when some object or somebody comes in the range of the PIR sensor. So the soon the LED glows, we understand that something is passing by. Yeah. Then we'll search for PIR. So PIR sensor is also available here. I take this PIR sensor and keep it here. Yeah. See, very basic thing what we need to understand is that this PIR has three connections here. You can see, one is signal, one is power, and one is ground. Okay. In the same window, if you go to the top right, you can see here, this is a circuit view and this is a schematic view. If I open the schematic view, you can get the schematic view. It shows the PIR, the pins with the PIR are VCC. I download this. We can download this and then I open and understand it better. What are the pins associated with it? It is showing a signal out, ground, and a VCC with this. Okay, let us come back to our circuit view. So this is a signal and this is a power and this is ground. Signal means, suppose say it understands the digital signal. Suppose if somebody comes in the range of this PIR, it sends a signal of 1. If nobody is coming in the range of this PIR, it doesn't send anything. That means in a binary or digital code, what we call it as 0. Okay, what we call it as 0. So now what Now the signal, if it sends, so now let us understand, let us actually first of all, so this is about PIR. Okay. There is, if I move my mouser to this particular pins here, it is displaying me what are these, right? So if I go up and then this is something like this, and then let me move a little down here. Now I attach, this is a cathode, this anode. This cathode is attached to the ground, okay? And this anode is attached to the pin 13. Yeah, let us take a pin 13 here, and then let us understand this. Now I want to change the color. Yes, you can change the color here like this. Okay. Our LED is connected. One is to the ground and one is to the pin number on the Arduino board, that is digital. Yes. Now here the signal is there. We have to check our signal, right? So we are trying to check the signal here. Now the signal is, I'll take it like this, then like this, then like this. Go to the digital signal here, and then D5. It is showing D5. Okay. Now this is power. Take this power to the 5 volt here. So you can even, you can even try to see how I am slowly connecting the wires. This is ground. I'm actually making a vertical and then moving my mouse up, then going down here, and then I am trying to touch with the ground here. There is a ground, yeah, so grounding. So let us change the wires actually. So signal, suppose say red, okay, let us keep it red. Power, yeah, because we said ground here green, so let us make this ground color as green even in this also. And then this 5 volt power, power signal is red, let me take this power as blue. I made a little changes in the color so that it looks good. Now the next part what we need to do, the next part what we need to do is we have to write the code. Okay. Yeah, so this is blocks. There is a, see what I am trying to do is that there is a code symbol here, toggle code editor. So if I click it, there are blocks plus text, and then text. I click on text, it says continue. Yeah, but see the view is gone, right? The view is not in our context. So what do I do? There is a button here that means zoom to fit. So you can actually click here. Your what do you call, your circuit is also visible, as well as the code view is also there. Now in the void setup, so let me remove all these things here. Let's see whether we can run this. Yes, done. Now pin mode. Okay. See 30. So here we should understand which is input signal, which is output signal. See, PIR sensor is actually sensing something, and a signal is sent to the Arduino as an input. That is number one. So I say this is 5 because I have connected it to digital pin 5. I say this is input. See, be careful here with the case sensitive, because what do you call, it should be capital letters as per the, yeah, next. And once you receive the signal to the Arduino as an input, suppose say some object has come into the range of PIR, then signal 1 will be sent. Then what we are expecting to do, we are expecting Arduino to do is display or glow the light. So where did I, in which pin we have connected LED? 13. So I write here again output. So pin 13 will be the LED. So this is LED and this is our PIR, which is sending our input signal as 1. Now let's come back to the main loop here. So in the main loop, we will create and suppose say some reading. Okay. I'm creating a variable called reading. Suppose if reading is 1, that means somebody has come into the range of the PIR sensor. That means in the context of the digital signal, it understands if it is high, 1, if it is low, 0. So I say int reading is the value. Then I type here because it's our digital read. Yeah. So we are trying to read the value from the digital pin. That's why it is digital. The value which is received from the PIR is digital. So I say digital read. Right. So from which to which pin it is receiving as 1, definitely it is digital read. Then what should I do? Okay. Now if loop. I write if loop. If reading is equal to high, or you can also say 1. Okay. And then now you have to tell the LED that please glow. Digital right 13 and say hi. That means it will glow. Now close this loop. Else, that means nobody is there in the range of the. So what do I say? So sorry. Else, so I say now simply write digital right 13 glow. Okay. I think now we made our program ready. I try to run this code. So first of all, to actually debug the errors and, to convert this into the language which Arduino understands, copy this code, go to Arduino. I have installed Arduino in my system, PC. It is Windows 10, wherein I can compile and upload the program. But uploading is not required because, I'm not doing, because I'm not really attaching. So this is my code here, which I have written, and I'm trying to verify. Okay. It is compiling. Oh, there is a problem. READNG was not declared in this code. Okay. See, I'm trying to run the program, run the code here. So actually start simulation. You can actually do start simulation. So you can see this, here also it is actually showing. So I am trying to run the code even here also. In our circuit view, I have written a code, then trying to run the code. So it is saying something called note suggested alternative reading. So I think I made a mistake here. Okay, this is spelling mistake. READING. Okay, then again, suppose say I close this, and then again I start simulating or run the code. Again doing something. Yeah. Oh, flower bracket. There is a what you call semicolon which is required. So there is a semicolon I have to write. Yeah. So if I think in the if loop the statements and else I have not given semicolons here. Okay. Now what do? I again run this. Simulate now. Probably yes. Now it has run. You can see the simulation time here, which is actually showing it is running. See, 003, 0024, it is running now. So let us actually open this and then I'll stop this code view. And then now, how do I bring a person here? I cannot bring a person here or I cannot put an object here. So let me click here. See, once I click on the PIR, now it is running. Please see, simulation time is running. Now this object, I'll try to move like this. So when I am trying to moving, it is LED is glowing. Okay, now nothing is moving, so it is still. So it is stopped. But still, let me take this out from the range. So what happened to the LED? It stopped. Even if I move here, not in the range, even if I move out of the range of the PIR, the LED is not going. But if I come into the range of this, see, the soon I come into the range of this, LED started glowing. Okay, the very basic things. No, let me stop simulation here. So what you have to understand, what are the circuits you require? Arduino, components you require, Arduino board, LED, and a PIR sensor. You require connection wires to connect a pin and the two pins of the LED, one to the ground and one to the 13. See, you can actually do it in 12 also, there is no issue. And PIR sensor, again, there is one signal output. That means, it is giving sending a signal of 1 when something is coming into a range. So, and the one to the 5-volt power and then one to the ground. Yeah. Hope you have understood in what way I tried to actually demonstrate the PIR sensor in the Tinkercad. See, in Google, suppose say you search for the dictionary of the tinker, dictionary meaning of the tinker. Tinker means something, somebody or something or somebody you are trying to repair. Now this is a circuit diagram. You are trying to improvise it. You are trying to utilize something and then you try to improvise it. So it is like a tinkering. What do you call it as tinkering? So in this particular tutorial also, that means Tinkercad simulation also. Once you build this, it says tinker and simulate. That means you tinker it. Hope you have understood the way I've explained. Please try yourself. It is available. If you have internet, that's enough. And you can build the Tinkercad. Using Tinkercad, you can build this circuit. And then one more very important thing is that please download this. This is a circuit view, and this is a schematic view. So you can also get a schematic view of it. And then take a print of it, keep it with you so that you can actually better explain and represent what you're trying to say. Okay, see you. Bye bye. Take care.